All right, so Steam Diary episode 2, I think. I'm not sure. Take 3, 4, 5, or 6. I started recording a lot of these, and part of it I did some nominations of what I thought were the game of the year and all the other categories, blah 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 blah. And a lot of them, some of them, because I didn't buy a whole lot of games this year, so I wasn't able to like really come up with like good nominations for anything. And I decided to maybe try to focus this on just maybe browsing at different games, like seeing what was available, what was on sale, what looked interesting. And I got kind of bored. Like City Skylines, that's like probably the most boring game. I mean, it doesn't sell it. It doesn't sell anything to me. I've seen this before. Although I have been playing Mini Metro or Mini Motorways, and I think that could be something. I'd be into this. I think I'd be into this. Same thing with Timberborn. Looks like a pretty good city builder. But anyways, I'm just not. I'm just maybe I'm not in the mood for looking through this. Also, Frostpunk 2. That looks pretty good. Mm. So let's see here. What can this be about? I also got to keep these. I got to keep it short, so it has to have a point to it. I've already explained my thought process up to this point. But what can this video be about? And maybe that's the problem too. Maybe I'm putting too much of a focus on a theme when I really can't come up with one. So maybe I could just practice just talking to myself without the pressure of it being about anything in particular. Arma 3. Kind of need to download PUBG again. It's been a long time since I played that game. FIFA 22. I'll never play a soccer game. I refuse to. I have this on my Epic Game Store because I got that when it came out in beta. Super awesome. It was exactly what I was looking for. But I played to the second or third boss and I just never got back into it again. I still don't know what that is. Based on this artwork, I think it's like this artwork doesn't tell me anything. Actually, Dreamscaper, visual novel, Boyfriend Dungeon. I've heard good things about this. It looks like an interesting enough game. It's just the name and the font doesn't really sell anything to me. Black Ops 3. I stopped playing Call of Duty. Black Ops 2. Borderlands 3. Oh, I see why. Okay. I don't know if I'll ever play that. My favorite was probably Borderlands 1. Borderlands 2, I was already done at that point. Oh, this is vote for us, House Flipper. Oh, I wish I could. Well, maybe that's a cool segue to maybe just quickly glance over my nominations. Maybe that'll be interesting. Not that anybody cares about that, but I care about it. Game of the year, I thought Shadow Empire because that's the only thing I bought this year. That was relevant, and I thought that it deserved it. Like it's one of my favorite games to think about, not play. I don't have a VR headset, but I just typed in VR, and that's what came up, and I thought it was a funny choice. Labor of Love Award. They came out with a DLC recently, so I figured, this would probably count. It was something I looked forward to when I first bought it, and I just kind of dropped interest until very recently. And they started like giving it updates and yada yada yada. It's a good game. I like it. I'm currently playing a game. It has my attention, and I will finish it. And I'm looking forward to finishing it. So I want to see what the latest game stuff looks like. So that's I'm interested. And another game that came out full release this year that I actually played a decent amount of that I had a lot of fun. Better with a Friends Award. I thought this was very fit in, much better than Borderlands 3 or 2 or whatever they're at right now. It's a fun game. I like it, and it's the co-op game too. So, Outstanding Visual Style Award, Despot's Game. It has a bunch of cultural references, a lot of arty stuff, and it's just like it's very bizarre, and it just super makes sense. I kind of hope this does actually get a lot of shout outs, but the community is super small compared to a lot of other franchises or other games out, so I doubt that'll get the recognition. But I do hope that it goes on a list somewhere and somebody finds it. More people find it. Most Innovative Gameplay Award, Slipways. Just one of those little strategy games that I got. That looks super interesting. So yeah, and the Best Games You Suck At Award, Honey Pop 2, because I'm ashamed, but I also suck at that game. So Best Soundtrack Award, Lilith Odyssey. This is definitely worth listening to. It's super funny, hilarious, and I really do like one of the. It's also the same thing as like a Despot's Game, where not enough people are gonna see it, but if you listen to the soundtrack, it's all custom songs, all custom DJ narration, whatever, all just made for this game, and all of it's great. The Dark Side of Me for Outstanding Swordfish Game Award. Haven't quite finished it because like just playing through the game. The story for me is about just how ridiculous the game is. I remember watching a YouTube playthrough of it, and they got stuck, so they referred to another video on YouTube of a gameplay so they can progress. And the YouTube video I was watching of the YouTube video that they were watching also got stuck. So for me, at least, this is my personal story of my enjoyment for The Dark Inside Me. And this is a 2? Yeah. The Dark Inside of Me, Chapter 2. It's great. It's one of my favorite things. It's one of my favorite things. And Sit Back and Relax Awards, Endorphin because I played a lot of that. Very relaxing. It's interesting. I think this is definitely a bigger game that will get some recognition and some awards for sure. I'm kind of curious on what it will eventually get nominated for, if at all, actually, now that I think about it. But I feel like it's big enough to where it'll probably get on the list. 10,000 reviews, right? That has to mean something. So, but yeah, that's my list. And gotta get those tasks completed. And before this video goes on for too long, that's kind of what I have. All right. Well, that's it for Steam Diaries Episode 2.